Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. This video is going to be me going through my vintage red spines, which look like this, and I'm going to talk you through my red, my unread, and maybe unhaul one or two as well. So let's get straight into it. So I've got quite a big pile to share with you. The first one I have is The End of the Affair by Graham Greene. I have read this and I really enjoyed it. It is about a man called Maurice and a woman called Sarah who have an affair, and then the affair ends, and it's hence the end of the affair. I loved this. It made me question, what is love? Is love obsession? Etc, etc. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was great, and yeah, definitely keeping this because it was just amazing. The next one is a W. Somerset Maugham that I've read and really enjoyed. I've read quite a lot of W. Somerset Maugham, but the ones that I haven't enjoyed, I haven't kept over the years, but this one I have, so I've kept it, and this is The Painted Veil, probably one of his most famous works, and this is about a woman called Kitty who is quite shallow, and she's the wife of, he's a scientist, if I think, yeah, a bacteriologist, gosh, that is absolutely difficult to say, and he gets stationed in Hong Kong, and then she starts an affair, and it's a brilliant book. I loved it and I would love to reread it. So yeah, there's two that I've read and loved. The next one is also a W. Somerset Maugham, but I haven't read it, and it's Of Human Bondage, which again is another one of his very famous works, but I haven't read it because it's so big. It kind of puts me off it. It is, what does it say? It is the first and most autobiographical of Maugham masterpieces. It's a story of Philip Carey, an orphan eager for life, love and adventure. Right. Exciting. I never want to read too much of the blurb. I will get around to it eventually because I know how good Maugham's writing can be and how good his stories can be, because I adored The Painted Veil. But some of the others that I've read of him was Lives of Lambeth. I didn't really enjoy that one at all. I also read The Villa. Is it The Villa? Yeah, I read that one, and that was good, but wasn't amazing. I've read another one and I can't remember it. But yeah, I know how good his can be. Oh, speaking of which, I've got another one. This is The Razor's Edge. I haven't read that one either, but I would like to. Oh, and one more, Cakes and Ale. I picked this one for charity shop for £1.75 apparently. This one is only little though, so yeah, there's three of Maugham's that I do need to get to. All vintage red spines. Another one that I have that is unread is Gigi and the Cat by Colette. This, I believe, is two short stories, one called Gigi and one called The Cat. And I was just flicking through it and then I've realised I've actually got one of the old, do you remember these bookmarks from the book depository where you put your quote in? That's great. I got to page 12 and I gave up, so great, need to try again for that one. Another book that I haven't read, but I have got a bookmark in it, and the bookmark's on chapter 1. Great. So I think I read the introduction, but nothing else. It's an Alice in Wonderland bookmark that I have to go in it, and it is The Heat of the Day by Elizabeth Bowen. Elizabeth Bowen apparently is amazing, so I need to read her stuff because it's meant to be really good, so yes. Yeah, and I think that was one of her most famous works. So yeah, I want to read her because she's kind of, a lot of people say she's up there with like Elizabeth Taylor, Angela Thirkell, Barb Pym, Nancy Mitford, you know, there's 20th century female authors, so I need to read her. Then we have Sebastian Faulk's Birdsong, and this I think is like historical fiction. It's set in 1910, and it's about a love affair. But do you know what? I think I might get rid of this one. I think I might unhaul this one. This is actually published in, when was it published? 1993. So it's not a classic. I just don't see myself reading it, to be honest. I don't read many books about war, and if I do, I like them to actually be written in that period or around that period. So yeah, I think I might unhaul this one because it's that big. I don't see myself reading it. I'm always put off by big books, so yeah. One that's kind of similar, but I know was from around that time, is All Quiet on the Western Front by, I'm going to butcher this name, aren't I? Eric Maria Maria Vama. Nope, I'm not going to say that. I can't say that. I can't pronounce that. But the author of All Quiet on the Western Front. I am going to keep this one because this is set in the First World War, and then I think was written, when was it written? 1929. It was first published, I think. My edition, I think I picked it online or at a charity shop or something because someone's annotated it, which I always like. Because I always find it quite interesting to see what people... Oh, someone's gone busy with the highlighter pen on that one. People have to say, oh, someone's highlighted and we left him for dead. That's cheery, isn't it? And what's this one? Shoot down from the other side before anyone could get out to fetch him. And someone's put the luck of the draw. Oh, that's nice. Lovely. So yeah, I'm going to keep that one, and I need to push myself to read that one because I think I would quite enjoy it. Then another one that I haven't read loads of these, haven't I? Save Me the Waltz by Zelda Fitzgerald. This, I think, was the only book that Zelda Fitzgerald wrote. Zelda Fitzgerald, the wife of Scott Fitzgerald. And I think I'd love it. I honestly think I'd love it. I think this book is from the 20s as well. Is it from the 20s? Or about the 20s? I don't know. Oh, 1932. That's close. I was only like 10 years old. But yeah, I think it'll be brilliant. So I need to read it. Just push me to read these books, guys. Push me to read it. One that I have read and done a review of this channel, actually, and that is Elizabeth and Her German Garden by Elizabeth von Arnim. To date, this is the only one of hers that I've read, and I need to read more, but I really enjoy this book and would love to reread it in the summer as well. I read it last summer and it was great. And then I think all the rest are unread. The reason, by the way, that a lot of these are unread is because once I read a book, if I don't see myself rereading it, I don't keep it. So that's always why there's more unread than read. Right, I have 2 Virginia Woolf. I have To the Lighthouse and Mrs. Dalloway. I have tried to read Mrs. Dalloway 5 times, something like that, but there's no chapters in it, is there? It's just one long book. So I feel like I need a day where I can just read the whole thing. And the day has not arrived yet. And then I also have To the Lighthouse that I think does have chapters, but I'd quite like to read Mrs. Dalloway first. So, yeah. And then we have 2 of Richard Yates' books. I've never read any Richard Yates. I have watched Revolutionary Road and I enjoyed it. But yeah, I have 2 of his books, both of which I think I got at charity shops. So just saw them where I found them, but I'm not going to pick up any more of his stuff until I've read these to see if I really like his work. So I have Young Hearts Crying and Revolutionary Road. So yeah, I've heard he's meant to be brilliant, but we'll see. So there we have it. That is my vintage red spines, read, unread, and I have unhauled 1 book. Let me know what you think of these books in the comment section down below, and take care, and I shall see you soon for the next video. Bye for now.